Hello, and welcome to the Nutley Cisco Academy. We're going to today work on a Telnet session. So I'm going to clear what I have here, and we're going to begin a new Telnet session. So here we go, folks. I want everyone to grab themselves a switch. So go to Network Devices at the bottom, grab yourself a nice 2960 switch. This information is good in a switch as it is inside of a router, which will be in a test. So we're just going to use the switch today. All right, so I'm going to now do 1, 2, 3 PCs, and I'm going to make this fourth PC here. I'm going to call this PC admin. Now remember, you can, of course, pause the video anytime and rewind to make sure you get all the steps. So I have 4 PCs. I'm going to go to my connection tab right now, click on a straight cable, FA01 to Fast Ethernet, FA02 to Fast Ethernet, FA03 to Fast Ethernet. And last but not least, Fast Ethernet 4 to Fast Ethernet. I'm going to quickly fast forward time so everyone gets quickly connected. And we're going to jump directly into the switch. So click on the switch, click on the CLI tab. For the test, folks, you're going to have to go through the console for this. But for speed, we're just going to do this way. So we're going to enable config terminal. Let's go with line console 0, password Cisco, login, line VTY. This is a switch, so 0 through 15. Password Cisco, login. And now we're going to enable password Cisco. So right now we've enabled everything we need for this activity. So we're also going to have to set up an interface because when you're making a Telnet session, you actually have to have an IP address to associate with the thing you're going to log into. So what we're going to be logging into is from this PC here. Let's find my little pointer here. I guess I don't have it. This PC here to this switch. This PC is going to get an IP address. All of these PCs will get an IP address, and this switch needs an IP address. So we're going to set an IP address on this by setting up an interface, which will be interface VLAN 1 IP address 192.168.1.2. Subnet mask it with our default subnet, and no shutdown. All right, so that now has an IP address on it. Let's go to the PCs and let's start PCing these out with IP addresses. So I'm going to make this one here. I'll put some notes in here. We're going to make this one 192.168.1. And then we'll go with 3. This one will go 192.168.1.4. 192.168.1.5 and 192.168.1.6. Move all this stuff around so it's in their right spots. This guy's here, this guy's here, this guy's here, and this lady is there. Can't be all guys. All right, so let's go to this PC I named admin. So we're going to click on it, and we're going to give it, go to the desktop tab. We're going to give it an IP address, which was .3. It does not need a default gateway for this activity, but on the test, there will be a default gateway because we're going to go through some routers and some switches. So here you go. We've got the address right there. Let's close this window and go to our command prompt. All right. Telnet I remember the address, 192.168.1.2. There it is. It wants a password, and I set the password to be Cisco. And so I'm going to enable this. And the enable password, because we set enable password to be Cisco, is also Cisco. Now I'm in the switch. To find out what the switch has, like any interfaces, use the show commands. So show run will show that enable password is Cisco. Interfaces are there. There's my line console password, my VTY password, and that is it. And there's the IP address we'll be looking for. For your test, you're going to be looking for interfaces and IP addresses to jump from one router in one switch to the next router in switch. So that's the important thing. Make sure you can find out what the IP address is for the activity so you can keep moving through the activity. All right, let me now finish off these PCs with IP addresses. So I'm going to do 4 here. 192.168.1.4. 192.168.1.5. And 192.168.1.6. All right. Now that we set this up, from this PC, let's say I want to shut down an interface that's on the like this interface right here, which I'm going to assume is Fast Ethernet 02. So I'm going to shut that down from my switch right here that I'm still attached to. So we're going to go with config terminal interface FA0/2 shutdown. And you can take a look. FA02 is now red. You can shut down particular ports on any device if you have access to the device you're trying to get to. So if you're on a switch or a router and you want to shut an interface down or turn an interface on, just use the no shutdown command or shutdown command to turn it on and off. All of these things will be on your test. So good luck, everyone. I will post notes to everything I've typed in today, so you can all have it for later. So thank you. Actually, I'll put it right on the screen right now. So here we go. The commands we used today were enable, config terminal. I might start shortcutting this. Then we're going to go line con 0, password Cisco, login, line BTY 0 through 4, password Cisco, login, interface VLAN 1, IP address 192.168.1.2, subnet mask, no shutdown command. And that is the router. The switch. And to shut down the interface, which I did was interface F02 is interface FA0/2 shutdown. There you go. Those are the commands. The only command I left out was the telnet command. And I guess I'll make a notepad for that. Telnet. And then the IP address, which was 192.168.1.2. And that'll be it. That's all the info you need. Once again, if you like the video, like and subscribe. I think they said smash the subscribe button or update button. I'm not sure. But thank you for listening to the recording.